So welcome to your 10-minute seated mindful yoga practice. So starting the practice in your chair, we'll start by noticing the feet on the floor, perhaps tuning into the sitting muscles on the chair. Maybe noticing your back, leaning against the back of the chair if you're choosing to sit back. So an option here might be to place the hands on your lap, so on the top of your legs. The palms can face down onto the legs. And just taking a moment here to notice that connection between the hands and the legs. Possibility here is to take a breath in, maybe moving the hands all the way down to the knees as you breathe in. Perhaps moving the hands back towards the stomach as you breathe out. You may be feeling some different sensations. You might feel or notice the texture of your clothes underneath your hands. Perhaps you're feeling some warmth from your hands on your legs. You may also be noticing some feelings in your shoulders, maybe in your arms as you stretch them out towards the knees. So that's a possibility. You can continue this movement, or if you'd like to add some slight variations, an option might be, as you reach forward towards the knees, to allow the chin to fall gently towards the chest. And then perhaps as you breathe in, maybe lengthening the body a little more upright, perhaps bringing the elbows behind you ever so slightly. So you'll notice here I choose to keep my eyes closed. Again, that's an option. Eyes open or closed, whatever you feel suits you best, whatever helps you to connect to your body. So if you're choosing to move the back a little more, you are extending the stretch into the shoulders, into the middle and the lower back. So that's a possibility. Again, if the mind wanders, reconnecting to the soles of the feet on the floor. Perhaps reconnecting to the sitting bones on the chair. So notice what is grounding you here in this moment. And then taking ourselves back up to a neutral sitting position. An option here is to allow yourself to fall back onto the back of the chair. So pressing the lower back, the middle back and the upper back into the chair. Maybe taking your breath in and sighing it out, relaxing the back down. On the next in-breath, you're welcome to raise the arm from the sides of the body all the way up to the sky. And you might notice as you do this, you're lengthening into your body, perhaps taking it away from the back of the chair. And then as we exhale, perhaps the hands come back down by the side of the body and maybe falling back, pushing the middle back and the lower back into the chair. And you can continue this flow. You might even look up ever so slightly with your chin. And then perhaps bring the chin down as we fall back. And also an option to allow the breath to move in sync with the movement. Maybe breathing in as you reach up. And breathing out for the duration of the movement down. That's an option. Just continuing this for a moment or two. Again, choosing your own pace. You might go faster or slower than me. Or you might extend a little more or a little less than me. And again, control that for yourself. That's important that you own the movement. It is your movement. And we'll take this one more time and then we'll meet back in our neutral sitting shape with the arms down by the sides of the body. So an option here then is to take the arms out in front of you, perhaps interlacing the fingers, facing the fingernails away from the body. And a possibility here is to allow the chin to fall to the chest. Breathing out. Maybe imagining that the hands are being pulled a little bit away from each other. So you have that option here to use your fingers. And that will pull the shoulder blades. You might feel a sensation there. And then an option here is to inhale and open the arms out to the side, stretching the inside of the arms. Perhaps breathing in, that is a possibility, and maybe breathing out, bringing the hands back to the center. Again, you can continue this flow, perhaps using the breath or not. Or you can stay still in either or shape if that feels right for you. It's probable that you feel maybe some movement or tension in the arms as we're warming up the arms here a little. And again, always choosing the pace or the movement that feels right for you. And then we'll take this one more time, wherever you are, and then we'll meet back with our hands perhaps on top of the legs, just like we did at the start of the practice. So allowing the arms to fall down to the legs, perhaps resting here for a moment. Maybe inviting a moment of heaviness into the shoulders, into the arms. And an option here is to take the hands and perhaps reach them around the side of the chair. Maybe inviting a side stretch into the body. So you might hold both sides of the chair with your hands, or you might just allow them to gently flow behind the back. So again, choosing how far you'd like to take this stretch. Maybe looking behind you, breathing into that space, inviting maybe a longer exhale or out breath if that's possible. An option is to travel the arms all the way back through center, all the way around the opposite side, either placing the hands on your back, on the back of the chair, and stretching around. So again, tuning into what it might be that you need. If you're finding you have a little bit more energy that's built up, you might like to move or flow in this shape. So you might move again to the opposite side. Maybe releasing a little bit of that built up energy, built up sensation in the body. Or if you're feeling different, if you feel like you need to feel a bit more calm, you need to hold the shape, you're welcome to stay at either or side. So taking another few breaths here. Again, making note of the breathing. Is it an option here to maybe extend on the out breath that little bit longer? Then whenever you're ready, again, traveling back towards the center of the room, and this time possibly lifting the arms up to the sky, maybe interlacing the fingers in the opposite direction, so facing the palms to the sky as the fingers interlace, and inviting an opening here into the shoulders. So you might just explore opening your elbows to the sides of the room, allowing the shoulders to fall down, and breathing into this lengthening space. And then a possibility here is on the next out breath, your exhalation, to allow the arms to flow down in front of the body. So breathing out, flowing the arms down, reaching forward, pressing the palms away from the body. They may reach the knees, and then perhaps breathing in and taking the arms back up towards the sky. You might even gently rise the chin. That's an option. And then possibly breathing out again, back down towards the knees. And again, controlling the movement at your pace, tuning into what it might be that your body needs in this moment. So we'll take this another time, and then we might meet back in center, perhaps meeting in center with the hands, either in a prayer-like shape, perhaps the palms meeting each other, or else maybe both of the hands on the chest. So palms facing down on the chest, that's an option. Wherever you are, we'll start to close out the practice, perhaps taking a breath or two here. Maybe even feeling the rise and fall of the chest, tuning into the senses here, maybe hearing the sound of your breath. That might be a possibility. We'll take a little moment, maybe dropping the chin. A moment here to thank yourself for this practice. Perhaps another breath in and out. Maybe tuning into something that you might like to take with you into the day from your practice. Perhaps an intention or a thought. Something that you've noticed within the last 10 minutes. Whenever you're ready, we'll bring ourselves back into the room. You might allow the hands to fall by the side of the body, gently opening the eyes. Bring yourselves back into the room.